Well, welcome back. EPA officials are insisting that all is well in East Palestine, Ohio. Environmental officials say that residential and outdoor air quality levels remain normal after that massive train derailment where 38 cars of that Norfolk Southern train carrying hazardous chemicals crashed.
And while the crash was almost a month ago, more questions are being raised about the administration's slow response to this environmental disaster. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg only got out there last week, 5 days after former President, or at least a couple days after President Trump and President Biden hasn't even made an appearance. That all comes as the Department of Transportation's internal watchdog is opening an audit into Transportation Secretary Buttigieg over his extensive use of private jets.
For more on this, we're joined now by Caitlin Sutherland, Executive Director, Americans for Public Trust. Great to have you with us. Your reaction to Pete Buttigieg, specifically all of these private planes. He had a very unique response to it, saying that somehow it was less expensive than flying coach.
Yeah, we are very pleased that Pete Buttigieg is finally under investigation for taking nearly 20 flights on taxpayer-funded private jets. And remember, this is coming from the same individual that is constantly harping Americans to reduce their carbon emissions. And he's flying private to places that have readily available commercial options. So we are pleased to see that he is finally under investigation.
Yeah, now I've heard his explanation that sometimes he has a lot of people that have to travel with him. So he will take an individual jet. But that he seems to try to conflate two different things, if I'm right about this. One is you might take a government jet that a lot of people can fit on from the Department of Transportation. Okay. I don't think that's the issue that people are talking about, right, Caitlin? I mean, they're talking about the private planes that they're going to events in Europe, for instance.
Yeah, with Prince Harry.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly right. This type of travel is atypical for a Secretary of Transportation. And when you take a look at the locations that he is traveling to, it's New Hampshire, Wisconsin, Florida, Arizona. Those are all incredibly important states for a future presidential candidate. So I think it's fair to beg the question of why a cabinet official must travel with such an entourage to all these locations to tout what he is saying is infrastructure, while you and I are left stranded on the tarmac or unable to get to locations, missing very important events because we do not have instant access to a taxpayer-funded jet like Pete Buttigieg.
I want to go to the train derailment. Pete Buttigieg really, I think, left a lot of Americans, specifically Ohioans, thinking that he really didn't care about them at all. Your response to really, I would say, how he portrayed not just his personal role, but even the administration based on his lack of response.
Well, after the investigation was launched into his private travel yesterday, it took Pete Buttigieg only 10 minutes to tweet about it. It took him 10 days to tweet about what happened in Ohio. And then it took him almost 3 weeks to visit. If you can respond to an investigation in under 10 minutes, why should it take you 10 days to tweet about the devastating impacts of what is going on with the trail derailment in Ohio? The administration's response, particularly Pete Buttigieg's response, is appalling.
Caitlin Sutherland, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.